So in this video, we want to be deep, we want to be real, we want to be honest, we want to hold space for what we truly feel, my own sentiment, and one of the things that I feel like has revolutionized my life in this world is the knowledge about how, as human beings, we are not victims of life. This is something that is so clear in my head. Like, it is so clear that I am not a victim of life circumstances. I went on into the phase where I wanted to impose this, like to really kind of like waken. I was too fascinated by this new knowledge that I've discovered, like, oh my God, I am not a victim of life. I am not a victim of what happens. And it's not something you say because you want to protect yourself from feeling what you're feeling. No. You will still feel what you feel as human being. But here's the side that comes with this revelation. You get to choose. You have a free will. I have a free will to choose in the midst of any situation. I don't have to just do things just because whatever. Because I get to choose. I am co-creating with life. I am the captain of my own ship. I am the master of my own mind. So where does the victimhood comes in this state of me seeing myself as a master of mind, me resonating with this energy of being the captain of my own ship, me driving my own life, me being in charge of my own life, what I feel, what I think, what I sense, me knowing that I am responsible and accountable of my own actions and how I choose to perceive, what sort of beliefs I choose to believe in. So this is one thing that, in the past, that has placed me in a position where I was going back and forth with it because I was trying to make sense to my old ways of seeing, to make it understand, yes, in the old ways, the pattern I've chosen rendered me in a place where I felt like a victim. Whereas with this new patterns of approaching life, of believing and of understanding and of approaching life renders me in a space where I am the co-creator with life circumstances, where I dominate whatever that life throws at me, where I have the free will to choose regardless of what is given at the time. And having this knowledge, it's something that sets me on fire. And I feel like, wow, where have you been? Because to have this knowledge, let alone intellectually, but to solidify it in your own body, feelings, cells, energy frequency, to understand it on an energy level that you create, even your cells, your body shift, the energy of your body shifts. It's no longer in a position where it's hopeless. It all of a sudden it feels amplified empowered, ready, willing to meet life where it is. It feels enough, powerful enough to meet life where it is. And it wants to be here. It wants to encounter things. It wants to be part of what is as it is. It's no longer running away. It's no longer trying to hide. It's no longer trying to create a wall, a sense of security, a need to suppress, to hide, dismiss, deny. Instead, it's in a position where it is right here for this moment as it is. And that is wow. A big wow factor for the person who lives in this body, because the person has seen and experienced different dimensions which came with the belief system that it was a victim of life. It was a victim of what happens to it, of what comes with life. So for many years and for the longest time, the person in me was just hopeless and felt not enough and afraid of life, didn't feel empowered, strong enough to meet life where it is. And finally, it's now in a position where it's amplified, where it's awakened to its own reality, to the reality of life as a whole, and it knows the truth. The person knows the truth. It knows the truth. It believes in its own truth now. It believes in its own essence of being. It knows that no matter what the case may be, it has the power to create what it really desires to experience under any given time. No doubt, no need to be validated without information. It is a trial and fail experience or knowledge that has been gained through try and fail, and that has been, been repeated over and over to finally get to the position where the person feels strong enough to believe in what it knows to be true. So it's not a matter of wanting to get someone to secure it, to say, okay, what you say. It just knows that we create our own life. Experiences moment by moment. We create it. Even in the past, in the state of being unconscious and not being aware of self as a whole, even then, the option of creating was there. But we were choosing unconsciously, and we were choosing ways and things that were not fulfilling our own desires. We were choosing actions that were not aligned with our heart desire. Hence we suffered. Hence we stayed in those dimensions until we have learned the lessons that have awakened us into what we are right now, where we are powerful, we are connected, we are integrated to life, we are one with life as a whole, we're in harmony, and we understand that life is serving in all aspect of beings, that everything is serving a purpose, that nothing is given to us is to burden us, but an opportunity to expand our minds, opportunity to learn, to unlearn, to discover, to express, to explore, to grow, to ascend, and come into the state of oneness and in unity with life as a whole. This is the being that knows that no matter what the case is, we are not a victim of life. We are not a victim of life. This is what is being emphasized, say it tons, say it as you mean it, say it as you know it, say it as you live it, say it as you understand it. Darling, you are not a victim of life. You were never, and you are never a victim. No matter what, it's a choice. My spirit says it's something that we can talk about it later on, but the message was very important to be passed on, is that I am not a victim of life. That's very clear. It's very clear. We'll leave it here.